All right, shalom, shalom. I'm going to start by giving infinite honors and praises to 𝐤𝐄𝐄 𝐤𝐿𝐿. Double honors to my teachers, the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who rule well and are worthy of their double honors. Peace and blessing to you, 𝐤𝐄𝐄, pushing out this truth across the four corners during these last seconds of time. Shalom, shalom. And this lesson is going to be entitled, "The Lord is causing divisions throughout the earth." The Lord is causing or sending division throughout the earth. All right? Through the spirit and power of 𝐤𝐄𝐄, Lord willing, this message is edifying. All right? This is the book of Matthew, the 10th chapter, and the 34th verse. And this is red letters. Yahweh speaking, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. It says, "Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword." And ultimately, I'm getting into this lesson to go into an account, all right, in which ultimately I experienced at the mall, where you had a younger Eve, a younger so-called black woman, and her mother, all right, was gotten to an altercation at the mall. And ultimately, I witnessed it, and I was able to get something spiritual out of it, okay? And it was just a small example of ultimately the Lord certifying his word throughout the planet Earth, all right, in these last seconds of time. So basically what happened was there was a younger woman and her mother. They were looking and browsing basically through clothes, bags, women's purses, all right, in this particular store in the mall. So I just overheard them talking, and the younger Eve was looking on her phone as if she was possibly, I don't know, maybe trying to price match, like comparing outfits. You know how some people have something in mind that they want to look for, or a specific style, and they have it. So she was looking on her phone and looking through clothes. So I overheard her mom saying, basically in a roundabout way, "Do you have money for this? Do you have money for that?" And that's ultimately that's a saying that parents will tell their children, basically, when they try to put a want over a need, basically. So this younger woman was trying to put a want over a need, basically, in her mother's eyes. So her mother said, and I'm trying to remember what brand she said. I think it was LV, maybe Louis Vuitton or something. It was some designer brand, quote unquote. And her mother basically said in a roundabout way, "Do you have LV money? Do you have money for this particular item?" Then this younger woman, she looked like maybe she was about 15, 16, and that's ultimately a age to where in this society, all right, you can have some type of job to where you possibly could have your own money, all right. So this sent her off. This sent the young Eve off, and basically she got hot. Literally, I saw the anger in her face, and even afterwards, she ultimately, throughout the store, like, I watched them for a little while longer, maybe 30 seconds longer, and throughout the store when they were leaving out, the younger Eve, they moved out of that section. They didn't get anything. They didn't buy anything out of that section. They moved to another part of the store. But the younger Eve was just looking at her mother with an evil eye throughout the whole time that I watched them for about 30 seconds more. And she was just, if, like that saying goes, if looks could kill, all right? That's how she was basically looking at her mother. So these different times to where you have something small as her mother trying to logically say, okay, well, realistically, do you have the money for this high-end designer brand of clothing? No, you don't. So I'm your caretaker, so you're going to basically live by my needs, all right? And what you need only. So she just basically flipped, looked at her mother and just gave her that stone cold death stare. All right. And the scripture speaks of these things. So if something small like that, like there's on that movie Purge, I can't specifically quote which one it was, but there was a scene in one where you had, I believe it was a mother and a daughter. They turned against each other. All right. Because the mother found out, or the daughter found out, that the mother was being with her husband in a roundabout way. So you're going to see these things ultimately, and the word of the Lord is going to be fulfilled in these things. So it's going to go from that death stare to a real death stare. And the Lord is sending these variances throughout the earth. And that was just a small example. I just wanted to share that. But this is Matthew, the 10th chapter, and the 34th verse. Red letters, 𝐤𝐄𝐄 speaking, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. It says, think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. See, the Lord is causing divisions throughout the earth. He's sending that sword ultimately so his chosen could be known. All right. From the apostles on down to the least of us, the apostles' doctrine is 𝐤𝐄𝐄's doctrine. All right. And the spirit of power, 𝐤𝐿𝐻𝐵𝐻𝐻𝐿, gives us the mindset to say, when we see these different things, it could be a small conversation. You could overhear someone arguing in the store. All these things certify the scriptures. The Lord is causing that variance in every household, man. Within America, things aren't the same no more. Christmas isn't Christmas anymore. Valentine's Day isn't Valentine's Day anymore. All right? The mirth has ceased. All right? The city of confusion is broken down. And it's being broken down to a point to where you have mother versus daughter, like the scripture is going to get into it. Husband versus wife. There's many divisions. Teacher versus student. All right. CEO versus CFO. Manager versus assistant manager, and so on and so forth. On many different levels. A kingdom divided shall not stand. And that's what we're seeing here. On every level. Matthew 10 and 35, for I am come, and if I could just touch on the latter end of 34, it says, I come not to send peace, but a sword. Shall evil be done in the city, and the Lord had not done it? Surely the Lord doeth nothing, but he revealeth his secret to his servants, the prophets. You see? So we ultimately know that the Lord gives his secrets onto us for us to know, hey, this is division, this is variance. People aren't getting along. All right? There's no more peace in this place. Mother-daughter relationships aren't the same. Father-son relationships aren't the same. It's not built on truth. It's built on false principles, false gifts. The scriptures say a gift destroyeth the heart. This society is all about gifts and accolades and putting such and such on a pedestal and social media clout chasing. But the Lord, he's dividing up this place, man. So it says, Matthew 10 and 35, for I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. You see, that's division upon division upon division. No one's getting along. And we see that in the society. You'll have people, or Salakia, these different apps that show forth the news in your local area. You'll see it. Son kills father. Daughter kills mother. Mother kills daughter. Grandson kills grandmother. And how can you say it's not the truth? It's literally our reality. All you have to do is read the papers, watch the news, research. You'll see these things. They're happening. All right? There's a saying that says the truth is stranger than fiction. And we see these different quote unquote phenomenons throughout the planet Earth that people will say, well, I can't believe this happened. I can't believe that happened. But it's the works of the Lord. It's the works of 𝐤𝐿𝐻𝐵𝐻𝐻𝐿. So wherever you see a house divided, the Lord had done it. Wherever you see a house that's sound, that's built up in wholeness, better known as the scriptures, the Lord had done that as well, man. The Lord giveth wisdom and he taketh wisdom away. Just like the Lord will divide a house, the Lord will put that house back together, the house of Israel. So the Lord is dividing this captivity up ultimately if I could say, like in the book of Daniel, it says, many tekel or parson, your kingdom is divided. All right? And given unto the Medes and the Persians. And you could liken that sentence onto America being divided and ultimately the rulership thereof being given unto the Israelites, the elect, man. Verse 36, and a man's foes shall be they of his own household. You see? Of your own household, even the prophets. All right? They shall give us up and think that they're doing the Lord's bidding. And ultimately, that's according to the scriptures. So we're living in this reality. But, let me get it real quick. This is Joshua 24:15. And if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord Yahweh, choose you this day whom ye will serve, whether the powers which your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood, all right, or the powers of the Amorites, in whose land ye dwell. But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord Yahweh. That's right, man. We're going to serve the Lord. Our house is not going to be divided. This society will be divided up. But in that division, the Lord is going to make it known who his chosen are. All right? In the midst of that variance, this that word variance from the online etymology, it says the fact of undergoing change. It says change, alteration. The Lord said he's going to send scourges for amendment. Amendment goes into change. All right? So the Lord is going to divide this place up by the different plagues, the different judgments, along with the division in the household of these average, everyday Americans. And we see it. Mom's not getting along with grandma anymore, mother-in-law. They can't go to the restaurants and coexist anymore without fighting and arguments. They don't believe in this. They believe in that. The Lord is doing all these things, man. The city of confusion is broken down. It says to change. You see? So variance is kind of like the same thing as amendment. Amendment means to change. It says, and here's the point, it's the banger, state of disagreement. State of disagreement. You see? The Lord is doing that to the society. This is Matthew 12:25, and I'll get it in the NLT as well. This is Matthew 12:25. I'll read it in the KJV first. And Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? That's right, man. All right. And the earth was given into the hands of the wicked. The physical counterpart of the left-handed angel of the Lord, Satan, is the Amalekites. All right. Chiefly Amalek. All right. Who is Esau, Edom? Okay. In this society, America, it's getting ready to get cashed out on. This fiat currency, these paper dollars, all right, they only have so much time left. There's going to be a crasher from the hills very soon. All hell will break loose shortly, all right, Lord willing. Especially approaching the Passat. So it says, Matthew 12:25 in the NLT, Yahushua knew their thoughts and replied, any kingdom divided by civil war is doomed. A town or family splintered by feuding will fall apart. And if Satan is casting out Satan, he is divided and fighting against himself. His own kingdom will not survive. So the Lord is casting out Satan. He's casting out the wicked. All right. He's casting out the elite banking families of the planet Earth. Literally by this word. And ultimately the division in the civil war that's imminent for America. All right. Civil goes into citizen. So that's different people, persons of this society going at each other. Okay. Neighbor shall fight against neighbor. The scripture speaks of these things, man. All right. So Lord willing, this message was edifying. The Lord is sending and causing divisions throughout the planet Earth. Lord willing, this message was edifying. I'm going to give infinite honors and praises to 𝐤𝐿𝐿 𝐵aHaShem, 𝐤𝐿𝐿 𝐵aHaShem, 𝐻aRachak. Double honors to my teachers, the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who rule well and are worthy of the double honors. Peace and blessings to you, Aki, and pushing out the truth across the four corners during these last seconds of time. Kwam Yashala. Shalom.